Hey guys, what up? It is Bookworm21 and we have a 2-for-1 book review today. So sit back, get comfy, and here we go. And I'll put the camera that way. Okay, cool. Okay, the first one is Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins, right? There's the book. This is the first book in a brand new series by a first-time author. It centers on the main character named Sophie Mercer, a high school student who is also a witch. Well, her dad is this hugely high-powered warlock in her witch community, but she's never met the man. Now, her mother is human and her mother's raising her. What happens is, they have to keep her powers a secret. So she accidentally makes some guy fall in love with her at the school dance, and it really blows up out of proportion. So she gets sent to a school for troublemaking supernatural people called Hex Hall. Well, while in Hex Hall, she meets fellow witches who she's never met before, werewolves, and fairies, and one vampire who becomes her roommate. Well, what she doesn't know is, the year before, there was all these murders, and the people who were killed by 2 puncture marks in the neck, right? So, of course, her vampire roommate friend is suspected. Well, what happens is the murders start up again, and one by one, these coven of girls who wanted her to join their evil coven start to die. Well, of course, the vampire girl is suspected all over again. And Sophie, during this time, starts to come into her true powers. And apparently, she's related to, in her bloodline, is all these hugely powerful witches. So she's, destined to be the most powerful witch in the world. And she kind of doesn't want the power. And she meets the ghost of her great-great-great-grandmother, who teaches her to hone her powers and become stronger. And her and the leader of the evil coven become friend-ish. But what happens is, her great-great-great-grandmother isn't really what she seems. And then that cute guy, that she's been crushing on the whole time, yeah, he's not what he seems either. So she has a choice to go to London, to the head of the council, and finally meet her father, and go through this thing called the removal. And it's a process of getting your powers taken from you. So at the end of this book, she said she's going to go to London and have the removal done, which I think is kind of dumb because I wouldn't want to lose my powers. But I do really like this series, and it was really good. It was really interesting. It took me a little bit of time to get into it, but once I did, maybe the 5th chapter, it went really quick. The second book is coming out soon, which I think will be interesting to see where she takes it from, because I would love to have seen her meet her dad in this book, but I think they're setting it up for the second book. So definitely give it a chance, because it's a start of a really good series. I don't start many series lately because I have so many that I'm trying to keep up with. I really don't have time for a new series. But this really did keep my interest, and I would definitely recommend buying this. So, now we have our second book. I gotta check real quick. Is it the 3rd or the 4th one? Okay, it's the 3rd. Sorry. Okay. This is the 3rd book in the Mary Janice Davison Undead series. Undead and Unappreciated. Okay? Well, here's what happens in this one. Our girl Betsy is still queen of the vampires, still a huge shoe addict, and she finds out that her stepmother is having her baby shower, and she still hates her stepmom. So, no love there. So what happens is, during this shower, her dad accidentally lets it slip that this isn't her stepmother's first pregnancy. It's just the first one that she's going to keep. And lo and behold, ding, 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 we find out that Betsy had the long-lost half-sister. So, her half-sister's probably college age, right? By now? So anyway, she finds her half-sister, Laura Goodman, whose adoptive parents are a homemaker and a minister. Well, why is this important, you ask? Yeah, well, teeny little thing I forgot to tell you. Laura's real birth mother, yeah, she's nobody important, just a freaking devil. Yeah, can you believe this? Apparently, the devil was bored, came up from hell, and decided to possess an evil woman. And who was more evil than than Betsy's stepmother? Well, Hitler's not around, so we'll go with the Betsy stepmother. She possessed her, got pregnant, and then after a year of the baby and the diapers and the puke, she was like, psh, nuts to this, I'm going back to hell. So she left the woman's body, and the woman was like, where the hell did a year go? So, guess what? I don't want this thing, so I'm going to dump it off in the church. Well, Betsy kind of works up the nerve to tell her. But when she goes to her club one night, and the vampires that work there are going to revolt against her because Betsy's trying to make them good, they try to kill Betsy. And Laura kind of whips out this sword from hell and starts to kill. And, by the way, she knows her mom's the devil, and she's not going to be devilish. She's going to be good. She's so good, she makes your teeth hurt. Sweet, innocent, works at the church, double major, volunteers, all that goody-goody crap. So, but the thing is, when she talks about her mom and she gets mad, she starts to become, devilish. So, there's some definite issues there with their mom. So, at the end of it, Betsy finally admits that she loves Sinclair, her vampire studly boyfriend, because she thought he was going to dump her for Laura. And she finally asks him to marry her, and he says yes, and they're going to plan a spring wedding. So, all in all, that is the story. Really funny, really good. A quick read, You could finish this it looks like a big book, but it's super not. It's like a half an hour, top, maybe 2 days read. That's what I like about it. The chapters aren't like these huge, 5 hours of just blah, blah, blah. It's quick, it's fast, it gets in there, and it moves. So, once again, loved it. So, definitely buy it. Let me know what you think. News about me. Well, I got my teeth cleaned. Are they pretty? Yes, I know. I'm finally chewing solid food again. So, that's my day. Let me know what you think, and keep reading, because until next time, I will. Bye.